It's me, Mikey Pipes. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. Typical Friday, running an HVAC and plumbing contracting company and also running your own jobs. We're gonna go through several jobs today on this video, showing professional, proven techniques that I use to develop and build relationships with my clientele. Stay tuned, you're not gonna wanna miss it. It's me, Mikey Pipes, and Air Force None. Right now we are in Cambria Heights, Queens. We're going on a service call. They got a Sonic ductless system that's not blowing cold. What do you think, Chris? We could sell them a new Fujitsu or a Bosch, maybe mini split.
Try, but
or is it going to be a gas and go?
Probably a gas and go.
Gas and go. I hate gas and goes. I really want to find the leaks. Oh man, your ship got pushed back. Oh, they always push back. Damn. Okay. Thank you. Upstairs?
Yes, please.
Okay. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Thank God. Another day. You know, alive.
It's a nice day.
Beautiful day. How can we help you?
This one here is not cooling too much.
Sonic.
Yeah.
How old is it?
As old as you. No.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment. I'll take that as a compliment.
As old as
Well, when's the last time it worked properly?
last year.
And what did it, so this year hasn't been working at all?
No, it's working, but it's not cooling.
Oh, it's blowing out like warm air? The filter's clean?
Yes.
Okay, let's just double check.
Shut it off.
Nope, you can leave it on. Filter's clean, good. Okay.
Oh, looks like it's cooling now.
No.
No.
And it's a little too soon anyway. All right, let's go see the outside unit. We'll check that out. Leave it on. Uh-oh, you're like
I think it's out there.
on the roof?
See.
That's the first time I've been through a window.
Oh, yep, right there.
Yep. Okay.
I'll get it open.
Oh, we'll get this open.
Close it now.
No, leave it on. Is this an OSHA-approved method of going outside?
Me.
Ah. Yeah, let me not fall downstairs. Hold on, we can do this. Let me grab on. You got me? Hi. All right, don't come out here.
Yeah.
Because if I go down, we need someone to call the EMS. Hot Sola. Oh, you got a nice Fujitsu here, though. Now, you know that one's working, right? All right, Chris. I think I know what the problem is. It's not a Bosch. All right, so we got this Sonic. Let's take a look at the line set. Unprotected. Okay. Here's our condensate drain. Looks like a rubberized foamish hose. (9,000 BTUs. This is 410A. 37.7 ounces total charge. I'm gonna take this cover off, and I hear the inverter in there, so that's good. Condensing coil. Looks decent. Probably gonna be a refrigerant issue, but let's see. Nice little beautiful day here in Springfield Gardens, Laurelton. Nice beautiful day. So I got the access cover off, and you can see the system is starting to ice up. I don't know why there's electric tape here, but it is what it is. Let's take this off. Let's get the our gauges on here. Let's see how low this bad boy is. Using this the yellow jacket manifold right now, and there's no adapter on this, so let's make sure that's good. Let's hook that up, purge a little air out of there. Now you can see she's practically empty. Practically empty. All right, let's give her the news. Let's just turn that off for now. Thermostat's on the wall, dead ahead right behind you. Ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. The, what, about 10 years old, maybe?
Maybe.
Okay. Any repairs ever with it?
No.
So just every year turned it on, it worked fine, right? Okay. The system is low on the refrigerant, you know, like the Freon, if you want to call it that, you know, in layman's terms, that it needs to, in order to operate properly.
Okay.
That means you have a leak in the system.
Oh.
Because it doesn't get used like gas in a car. You know, either it's a sealed system and it just uses that until its system's dead, or if it leaks out. So here it leaked out. I hate to do this, but this is kind of like industry standard, you know, a lot of guys, but what we call gas and go. You know, we gas it back up, have a nice day. And what that means, as an example in real life, let's say you get a cut, you need some more blood, but the doctors don't fix the cut, and it leaks out again. It could last you, you know, days, weeks, months, years. We don't know, but we do know it's low on refrigerant now. If it was a major brand that you have, like the one next door in the bedroom next door, it's a Fujitsu. Again, at the end of the day, your biggest expense in looking for these leaks and fixing the leaks is going to be labor. It's not like a tremendous system, but you have an indoor unit, you have an outdoor unit, and you have these copper lines that connect the two pieces together. But it's still time consuming. So time consuming equals money. So if it was a newer system and it was a major brand, you know, then you'd probably want to see, because obviously a part's going to be under warranty, labor's not going to be covered, but at least you're not paying for parts. But it's an older system. First recommendation, I'm not a salesman, replace it. Get a new system in there that we take off this one off the wall, replace the unit outside, you know, replace the lines and do it a professional job. But that costs money. Alternatively, we add the refrigerant that you need, and I bought you some time to, you know, budget, you know, for a replacement.
Add the refrigerator that I need, and give me some time for replacement.
Sounds like a plan?
Yes.
Okay, Chris, we need the 410A.
All right.
Okay.
What if it's not a new lady?
Get that little temperature probe. Turn that on. Let's see what we got coming out of there.
Do I need to open it up?
Well, yeah, you're not going to read temperature with the cover on. Just shove it in there. Well, not go too deep, you hit the blade.
Yeah.
What do we got?
Yep, there we go. We're at low 50s.
Low 50s?
Yep.
Very nice. And what's the room temperature? Just spin it around.
60s.
Yeah, it's not 60s. Yeah, you gotta like shake it. Spin around in the air a little bit. Get the air in there. What do you got?
71.
Yeah, see? Very nice. Low 50s? That's at least 20-degree Delta T. Look at that. Easy peasy. Gas and go. And you heard me explain bluntly, uncut, unedited, raw, just like it is. And that's how professionals should operate. And yes, there are some of you out there that are going to say, hey, you can't do that. You know, just gassing and going. In the United States, you can do it. All right? We bought her some time. This is what is the right thing to do. Well, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate your business. Appreciate you calling us. Thank you so much. I'm going to give you a card. I'll go to the truck and get you a card. You don't have to come down. All right. Here you go, sir. There's a couple of my cards.
Yeah.
And there's a magnet for your fridge. You can use that. It's $50 off your next service call.
Yeah. How many pounds of Freon did it
A
need?
little under 2.
Over 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it hasn't had over 5 years.
I think it'll closer to 10.
Closer to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I was explaining to the lady upstairs, your wife?
Yeah.
I was explaining to her, I was like, listen, This is just a Band-Aid. Not even, you know, it's like a blood transfusion without actually getting patched up.
Right.
You know, if it was a newer system, it was a major brand, it has still a lot of warranty, you know, then we, you know, look for the leak. Unfortunately, there's labor involved in looking for that. And then you got to get the part, which will be covered in the warranty. You probably have to pay for shipping and then tax, but it's 10 years old. Budget to replace it when it dies. Hopefully, you'll get the rest of the season out of it. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
But it's ice cold now.
All right. Thank you.
Have a great weekend, sir. What's that?
Pounds?
Under 2 pounds. Under 2. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you build and develop relationships. Could I have sold them a brand new Fujitsu while I was there? I'm confident I could have. But they wanted instant gratification. And we delivered instant gratification. And we bought them some more time. You know? It is what it is. Thoughts and feedback? Down in the comment section down below. Let's get off to the next one. You guys ready? Pull up your pants, get your belt on, tie your shoes. Get your popcorn ready.
I got Velcro shoes.
You got Velcro shoes?
Yeah. Line up sketches, baby. Let's
Get the
go.
popcorn ready, get your Uber Eats ready. Let's continue on with today's show. All right, guys and gals, Air Force None. We're on our way to our next service call. Look at these people, have no idea how to drive. Which is in Woodmere. Right now we're heading down Peninsula Boulevard. Daniel was out this job on Wednesday when I was in South Carolina. And the system was frozen to the point where he's never seen before. He said the condenser was like an iceberg. The evaporator was like an iceberg. So he pulled the disconnect and set the fan to on. And said, listen, we'll be back in a couple days once it thaws out. So I don't know if there's a filter issue, airflow issue, refrigerant, metering device. I have no idea. All I know is that it was frozen and we pulled the power and we'll be back in a couple days. So it's a couple days later and let's see if we can give them some comfort cooling for the weekend. All right. Let's go see what's going on, guys. Pillars? You like pillars. These aren't real pillars.
Nope.
Any one of those massive pillars. You see it like on plantations like down south. Those are pillars. I'm gonna guess there's nobody home.
There's a car there, but what time was it scheduled for?
Now.
Oh.
There's a 2-hour time window and we're within that 2 hours. And they got a text message notification, we're on the way. All right, got a ream. There's the disconnect. 5-ton. Contactor's not pulled in yet. We gotta get him to, oh, now it's pulled in. You can hear that hum. You put the ear against the cabinet door. We'll hook up our gauges, see how low it is, and then go over options with them. Filter drawer looks like. Seen better days. We're gonna be low, for sure. Oh, missing the protective cover. Okay, let's give that several minutes. Let's see what our pressures are like. Yep. Low.
You hear that?
Oh. Yeah, oil flooding out of the liquid side. How's the condenser fan? I mean, condensing oil. Alright, so on this side is caked. This side is caked. Alright. Wow, that's why I just threw the hot water coil in there. It's like, look at that. That's disgusting. Okay. 2012. After Hurricane Sandy, probably. We got really creative here with this ductwork. Really creative. low refrigerant. All right, he had one of those washable filters in the filter return grill, and that was still low. Still low. She's gonna need a condensing coil cleaning at a minimum, refrigerant, and go over those options. Not yet. Pull the disconnect carefully. Yes. So you have a refrigerant low issue.
Okay, that's what yeah.
Have you added before in the past?
I don't remember, no.
You would know.
Yeah. I don't think, I don't, maybe last time someone served, I don't remember, like,
Okay.
specifically.
The coil, the coil, which is on the outdoor condensing unit, it looks clean on three sides, but the side against the house is filthy. It's like a fur coat, basically, and that's not helping with pressures either.
Gotcha. What's on that means dirty, just like,
It needs to be cleaned. We take it apart and clean it.
I'm taking it apart.
Yes. So we need to deal with the refrigerant issue. We also need to deal with the coil being dirty. There's no filter there, which is good. There shouldn't be one because you have one there, and that one needs to be washed every 30 days.
Okay, yep.
You have to wash, make sure it's clean.
Yeah.
If that's annoying or cumbersome, buy disposable ones and throw them out every 30 days.
Exactly.
So now we need to deal with the leak.
Yeah.
Number one, there's a few things we can do. Do nothing, and it'll freeze up again.
Yeah.
Number two, we can just give you more refrigerant. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Number three, we can add refrigerant. We could add a sealant with a dye. The sealant to try to seal up the leak. No warranty or guarantee though. And the dye to help us look for the leak if it leaks out and doesn't work.
Gotcha.
Number four, we do electronic means of leak detection, which means we basically take the system apart and we look for the leak electronically with, snippers basically.
Yeah.
And number five, you replace the whole system.
That doesn't sound great. What's just doing a refrigerant? What was the number?
$77 per pound, and labor is $225, as you know.
Yeah.
Sealant with the ultraviolet dye is additional $170.
Gotcha.
Electronic, we could spend hours here.
Right.
There's really no no consumable charges, but we do have labor to factor in.
Yeah. Is the refrigerant and sealant like a temporary fix, or is that kind of like that should be? Meaning that
It depends on the severity of the leak. If it's a very small
So there's
microscopic
something
leak,
leaking in a
somewhere in the
pipe.
system.
Oh, somewhere in the system.
Indoor unit, outdoor unit, or the copper lines that connect the two together.
So we don't know. Okay.
We don't know where it is yet.
Gotcha. What would you recommend? This was your house. And
The system is almost.
it's the summertime.
The system's
so
almost 10 years
you can't
old.
like mess around with it. Yeah.
Right? I'm just looking
So
at
what's when you say replace the system? You mean like
the indoor unit, outdoor unit, and we add this.
whole nonsense.
Like I'm looking at your piping here. Forget about the ductwork being a hodgepodge of spaghetti, but how long has this been like this?
So,
And it's that. So when you see like lack of a proper workmanship, you question everything at this point. I've never heard of Suntherm as an air handler, and I've been doing this for quite some time.
So this
This air handler, this is called an air handler. It's a box, it moves air, there's a coil inside, similar to like a car radiator. Above it, you also have the hot water coil from your boiler that gives you heat in the winter months. But is there another return? What's this about? You have two returns? There's one here, right?
There's one like on the inside.
And what's this? Only one filter, Chris? Where does that go? Is that ductwork that just goes around? Because I know your filter was in the wall here.
It's on the wall. Right.
Oh, maybe it's okay. Yeah, maybe.
So we added like a
Stole from the garage. Oh.
So this used to be like hiding up in the garage.
And they brought it down here.
And they brought it down here and just kind of reconfigured it somehow.
Yeah.
But I think this is the original that was like when we bought the house. I moved in 9 years ago, so I don't think
You bought it after Sandy.
After Sandy, correct.
Yes.
Right.
And this was replaced after Sandy because the date on it is 2012.
Oh, that's the date. Okay.
Yeah, and the serial number.
Got it.
So, what would I do is a biased answer. I have the luxury of just going home at the end of the day and taking the 410A with me and gassing up a little bit. Have a nice day. But you don't have that luxury. You can. You go on eBay. You can spend and get your licensing and do all that stuff, and you can gas up all you want. At the end of the day, you're going to have to fix it. All right, and that's permanent. Sealant is not permanent. Anything less than actually finding the leak and making the repair or replacing that component is what you're ultimately going to have to
Replacing is
do.
also like a ductwork that goes, is basically everything.
Now listen, if I was tasked with replacing the system,
Yeah.
it's going to be done the right way, where I can guarantee the system long term. Forget about 1 or 2 year, workmanship warranty. I don't want you to tell me in year 10 that, hey, my $2,000 motor inside this thing died, and it lasted 10 years because the ductwork is an issue.
Yeah.
If I were to measure how airflow moves across the system, we may not like that answer. But it works, right? And it's out of sight, out of mind. It works until it doesn't. And then you address things like, this ductwork is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
It is. But I get what you're saying. You had it somewhere else, and they relocated it here to accommodate what was being done to the house structurally.
Yeah,
If you're gonna add
truth is, we only have one unit, so upstairs, like some of the bedrooms, the master bedroom has its own like splitter, like with that
Yes,
other one.
I saw that. The ductless.
The main bedrooms were originally the air sucks upstairs because there's only one unit, so it's not the rooms get warm. I mean, it's very hot, so you can't keep up.
So to rephrase the question, what would I do? What would I tell my brother if I had one, or my own son who's not in the business? And what I would do personally, which I've done before, you add refrigerant, you add the sealant, and then you pray. All right. So you see what happens.
I'd probably be in that boat. I mean, what?
And then when it stops working, we have something to look for easily. The dye, you're going to see it. If the coil in here is leaking, we could try to get you a new coil. If we can't get you a new coil, let's get you a new air handler. If the coil outside is leaking, we try to get a new coil, or we replace the entire outdoor unit. And if it's neither one of those, it's the copper lines, and now we got to replace the copper lines. Because I've done that. And also another thing to consider is, like, let's say it wasn't going. We're not in summertime. It's spring, right? Hypothetically, it's not, right? You don't want to just dump money into this because you've been doing this for the past several years. And I have customers who've done this. And finally, it's like, okay, let's do a pressure test, right? Because that's one way of also doing it. Because especially if you have hard to reach, systems. We disconnect the 3 components. The copper line's one component, the outdoor is one, and this is another. And I've done it where, at the end of the day, it's the lines. And you've already tested everything else there. And you're like, damn it, we could have just tested that first and we've been all right. But that's where we're at. But we also need to address the condition of the coil, which is not really a big deal, but we could take that. That'll take half an hour tops. But up to you. All right, so we are going to acid wash the coil with the Venom pack from Refrigeration Technologies. We're going to clean out the bottom of the condenser. We're going to add refrigerant, and we're going to add sealant. I was just about to start spraying this thing down, and then I realized that, let's clean out the debris from the bottom of the condenser before we get a bunch of mulch there. All right, growing there, and it's no bueno. So we want to focus on getting that clean. Let me see if I shine some light on there for you. See, we want to get that clean. Hopefully you can see. See? Filthy. This side not so bad, but it may look pretty clean, but it's actually kind of dirty. Of course, it's just strolling. The faster we get done, the faster we get to go home, right?
Still another job.
Yeah. See? He doesn't have the hunger mentality. All right, we got the 5-gallon bucket ready. Chris has got the gloves on, and we're going to scoop out the debris from inside this bottom of the condensing coil. The condensing unit.
Oh no, stepbro, I'm stuck.
Oh, what is this? That's the what is this? Stepsister, stepbrother genre? On what are you, Bang Bros?
Stepsis, I got stuck in the condenser.
Oh God.
Help.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, stepsister. Oh no.
Elbow deep in shit. Oh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not laughing, having fun at your career, what you feed your family with, then go find something else that will make you enjoy what you do. Let me show you this. I already did that side, right? Check this out. Water's not clean. Look at all that dirt. See that? And this is the clean side. All right? If you're not rinsing your condensing coils during maintenance or service call, You are doing a disjustice for the customer, and you are leaving money on the table. Look at all that dirt I'm getting out of there. That water is almost like dark brown. Look at all that cocky coming out of here. And this was the sign that didn't look too bad. Right? Do the job, ladies and gentlemen. Do the job. You are only doing things to develop relationships and being a professional. Look at that. Okay. One more. 2 more sides. Okay. Got the insides nice and clean. Let's take a look at this coil. Look at that. Much, much better. Much, much better. Okay. Let's reaffix back condenser fan motor assembly and check our pressures again. I don't know if you can see it. She's blowing bubbles. You see it? She's blowing bubbles. You hear bubbles? You blowing bubbles, Chris? See the bubbles? Come on. Yeah, the bubbles. People are gonna say, oh, it's asbestos and dust and dirt. You should wear a mask, a respirator. It's bubbles. It's bubbles. Ooh, we're discharging hot, only up to 3 pounds. Very nice. All right, 4.7 pounds of R410A. I replaced the service port caps. You know, I don't really like these. There's no O-ring inside. And, you know, the service port caps are the... Oh, come on. If you want the job done right, you can't rely on a homeowner. I told him, listen, we got here. Put it to 60, press hold.
Does it matter if
Yes, it matters.
doesn't matter if the fan is on?
When you add that seal into a system, it has to circulate for a minimum of 60 minutes. It's minimum. When we first got here, I said, listen, lower it to 60, press hold. What does it do? 69. All right, so we finished up that service call in Woodmere. Now we're gonna head on down to Far Rockaway. It's right as soon as you get into Far Rockaway, we've got this service call. This central air conditioning is not blowing cold air. So I guess we'll see what he needs. So stay tuned, guys. You're not gonna wanna miss out. The last service call of Friday, June 10th, 2022. Full time by 2 o'clock. Oh, I got a Jams Zoom conference with Navy at 2 o'clock Pacific Eastern time. Yeah, I'm gonna be right in the pool. I'm gonna be pooling while I'm jamming with Jams. Jamming. I want to jam Navy on. Jamming. Oh yeah?
Yep. Okay.
Oh.
Then again, probably only
1%. That's 1,000.
$1,000.
Oh, so
It's not bad. 2 months of work here, basically.
we were here September 14th, 2020. The air conditioning wasn't turning on. We had a blown fuse. No shorts detected. Changed filters. System operational. And now we're back 2 years later.
How you doing?
Hi.
Okay,
It's been a while.
that's good, right?
That is very
It was a
good.
good thing.
Okay.
So the air conditioning is not blowing cold?
No, something's wrong with the fan on the side, or I don't know. My husband said. I don't
You want
know.
to turn the air conditioning on, lower
It's
to like...
on now.
Okay.
It's blowing cold.
It's blowing
Something
cold?
on the- yeah, something on the unit. The fan keeps it
Making
stops
noise?
or makes noise. You're hold on.
So what happens? Tell me what happens.
So either making noise or sometimes the fan wasn't spinning.
Sometimes the fan wasn't spinning. Okay. All right. Chris, get the tool bag. Let's kill the power. I love those little switches, by the way. Wish everyone had a little switch in there. Looks like they didn't change that
Okay,
filter
what-
dryer.
Just remind me what I need to tell them so I make sure I get it on. That's the only issue, right? The fan doesn't always turn on when the unit's on, but it's blowing cold air.
Okay.
And it's making noises also.
When the fan's not turning,
The compressor's on.
but the fan's not spinning?
I don't know. Are you Mike?
I'm Mike, yes.
Yes, this is Mike. Hold on 1 second.
From a speakerphone.
This is easier. The speakerphone.
There you go.
Okay, what's up?
Hi.
Hello? Hey, Mike, it's Jaco for South Central.
Hi.
And,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I noticed over the 3-day holiday that we had this past weekend, like a weird noise coming from the compressor. And when I went to look, it was on, but the fan wasn't spinning, and like the compressor was really hot.
Dirty?
Okay. And then.
All right, we'll do what we got to do. I got you.
Yeah, so that, but it was blowing cold air. So even when the compressor fan wasn't spinning, I went upstairs and I went to the vents and cool air was coming out.
Yeah, until it doesn't.
I don't think that's proper, right?
Correct. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so I replaced the filters a couple weeks ago inside the house by the returns, but everything else I leave to the professionals.
Okay, you got it.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, my pleasure. Here you go.
Okay, bye.
No problem.
All right, we'll take the whole entire top cover off.
Back inside if you
Yeah, it's fine. All right, and then we'll do an acid wash. All right, we took the entire condenser fan assembly, put it off to the side. My purple wire was on common, my brown wire was on fan, and my black wire was on next to this other black wire on T1 off the top of the contactor. And we have a nice fur coat. Nice big fur coat right there. All right, so we have a little bit of debris in there. We're gonna clean this out. And I really don't want to start getting in there and brushing this whole thing down, but it's hard to do that sometimes. We're just gonna get the water. We'll get the Viper Venom pack, and while he's doing that, preparing that, we have a hose. Wow, we conveniently have a hose right here. Wow, look at that, perfect. We're gonna take a look at this capacitor. So let's take the capacitor out and let's test that. Now I just loosened up that screw, 5/16 screw. When you take this out, you want to pay very close attention not to touch that contactor right there, because then you will blow the fuse inside the air handler. Now this feels very, very warm to the touch. Very warm to the touch, and that's expected because it's got power flowing through it when the system is running. So this is a 45.5 dual capacitor. The one with one terminal is my fan, and if you look close enough, you'll see fan etched into it. The one with 4 is common, and the one with 3 is Herm. And let's get our multimeter out and test and see what we got going on. All right, between common and fan, I have 0.8. Let's test the Herm side. Now, between common and Herm, I have 32.8. So, this dual capacitor, which is rated 45.5, is no longer within its rated value and needs to be replaced. Chris is now giving this thing a acid wash, a coil wash with the Venom Pack by Refrigeration Technologies. Another reason for the condenser fan motor to be turning on and off is thermal lockout or thermal overload. If you don't have a good enough airflow flowing through the condensing coil when it's running, the fan can overheat. And if it gets hot, I got cocky on you. Oh my God, looks like I made myself.
You're getting really excited about your product.
Oh man, now I got like. So if you don't have proper airflow, you got it on you too. All right. If you don't have proper airflow, the condenser fan motor could overheat, turn off, and once it cools off and that thermal condition is no longer around, it'll turn back on. In this particular case, that may be the case, right? It may be overheating because that side is filthy, right? And it's a very, very tight coil, right? So we're gonna get this thing bad boy nice and clean again. All right, I just got the replacement dual capacitor from the truck. This is what I use when I run out of my regular Titan Pros, is the Titan HD. This is the 45.5 dual capacitor, made in the US, All right, made in the U.S. So again, I get feedback from the community, and I implement changes because I embrace technology. You are going to notice a size difference in the diameter of the capacitor. Here's the existing one. Here's the new one. So that means my strap that holds that in is going to have to get modified a little bit. Not a big deal. Easy peasy. Look at that. Night and day difference already. Night and day difference already. Great job there. All right. I'll get this coil nice and clean. Restore it to its specified specifications. There you go. And do the entire coil. Get rid of all this driftwood, cottonwood, and all that other good stuff. Let's go Bosch. Okay, condenser's almost back together. My coil's nice and clean. I have the red on common with the purple from the fan, the brown on fan, and the yellow on Herm, and the black went to T1. So we can button this all back together, and I'm quite confident we will be good. Especially since we're using the Titan HD heavy duty dual capacitor. Let's go Bosch. If you're interested in a Let's Go Bosch t-shirt, this is the long sleeve shirt, not available. If you're interested in the summer 2022 Bosch Pipe Doctor Let's Go Bosch t-shirt, they're available in medium, large, extra large, 2X, and 3X. A minimum donation of $23 is appreciated, which all proceeds go into my pocket and or the Navian Defense Fund.
I think it's.
If you're gonna be stupid, I gotta get you on camera. Oh my God, you almost.
That normally doesn't happen, I promise.
Oh! And you missed the camera lens completely, by the way.
Oh, I think she's done. I'm sorry, that's round number 3. It's just not happening.
Hold on.
I lied.
Hold on. Stick it in your mouth. Stick it in your mouth. Hold on. Stick it in your mouth. Stick it in your mouth.
No, turn it on.
No.
How dare you? Turn it on.
No. Oh! Oh,
There goes the business iPhone.
Oh, look, you broke the thing. I can't take you anywhere. We have a nice condenser. Oh, come on, you can't leave it like that. What's wrong with you?
Is that how it goes?
No, it goes up and it sticks in there. See?
No.
Get away from me.
What's wrong?
We got the Titan HD, made in the USA. No, bow. Guess what?
What?
It's 1 o'clock. Do you know where your brother is?
440 volts straight to the nipples. Volts AC, so maybe not terrible.
You know, you should start your own YouTube channel. You could be like a stand-up comedy in the field. Look, she's blowing bubbles. She's blowing bubbles.
Bubbles is a real lucky guy.
All right, we made some bank today.
Yeah, we did.
All right, now it's time to go. You gotta lick it before you stick it.
She's going in there. What I tell you? She's in there.
She's in there, has a tight fit. A tight fit. All right. End of a great week. Well, I had Friday. I had Monday off. The holidays, the Jewish holidays. I know. I sent you to work because you're a goy.
I'm gonna get paid though.
You're a goy. You got paid. Oh, you get paid. But wait, we have to deduct rent, food.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
We have a resort fee.
Well,
We have a resort fee.
Let me ask you something real quick. Is Jamie and Jake paying rent?
Oh,
Nope.
you got me.
Oh.
You got me.
And they drive your cars. They don't pay for insurance. Oh.
I bought you a car.
What do you mean?
You got the Ram.
Oh, that's true.
You see?
Hardly drive.
We got to pay a resort fee.
What's the resort fee?
Use of the resort.
What resort?
My backyard.
Oh, your backyard's not a resort. What's
Really? It's not a resort?
Mitch, right? Mitch?
Oh yeah.
Mitch's backyard
Oh,
is a resort.
the licensed master plumber lives down the block from me. It was a New York City license for like decades.
He's got a resort.
And he's got a Bosch.
He bought an entire lot just for his pool.
I know.
Waterfront view.
I know. Sick. Yeah. I got like a mini resort, like a mini Taj Mahal.
So what am I paying? Like Motel 8 prices or?
You know what I'm gonna do? You know what? I'm gonna start like a beach club, like here at Atlantic Beach. We're gonna have the pool club. We'll have biometric scanners to get into the gate. All right.
Beep. Tonight.
Tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate the support from the entire community. Oh, within the next day or two, we will have 40,000 subscribers to this channel. I am just so blessed and humbled that you've allowed me to share my life as a plumbing and HVAC repair and service contractor here in the New York, Long Island area. Thank you so much. Had a crazy busy week. Monday was the last day of the Jewish holiday Shavuos, so I had the day off. Tuesday, I showed you the work that we did. Wednesday, I went to South Carolina to meet with the board there and get my approval to be licensed for HVAC in South Carolina. Don't worry, I have a fresh video just on that, on how to become licensed for HVAC and also plumbing in another state, particularly South Carolina. Yesterday, not released yet, we installed a Bosch IDS 2.0 system. And today we ran a few service calls, as you just saw. Next week, I got good things coming up. We got several installs. Plus, next Friday, stay tuned. Friday evening, I'm going to post a video. Mikey Pipes, that's me. We're going down to Las Vegas, Nevada, where I am going to be an HVAC consultant for a cannabis farm. Legal cannabis farm in Las Vegas, Nevada. You're not going to want to miss that episode because I am looking and we'll be looking for HVAC technicians who are hungry and are motivated to put food in their families' mouths and create generational wealth. Stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss it. Love all you guys. Be well. God bless. Catch you on the next one. Stay safe.